And welcome to the Four Horsemen. We are live. Gentlemen, good to see you all. Tom, Vinny, Joey, my good friends, I'm excited about tonight, what we're going to talk about. We have a couple of great subjects. Yes, the Four Horsemen are back at it again. Thursday night, here we go. Gentlemen, how are you all? Tom, how are you?
Well, sir.
Good.
Very
You?
good. Vinny,
I'm
how are
great.
you?
I'm great, Jay.
Joey, my man, how you doing today?
I'm good. Good. I'm glad we're on together tonight.
Yes, sir. Gentlemen, let's jump right into it. I love current events. I know you guys too. We always talk about them in private. We're going to now bring it into our discussion. Gentlemen, the Cuomo boys, what's going on? What do you think? I'll tell you my quick intro to this, and I'm going to let you guys go. I was rah. We got Italian leadership, and again, I'm not one of those. It's just your pride. You're proud of your culture, just like everybody else in this world. Okay, So we were proud. Governor, guy in the news. They were teaming up. They were, in the media, and wow, those are Italians that we can look up to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we had that proud moment for a little bit. And then just as you're raising that flag, right? Boom.
It all went to
All
shit.
hell breaks loose. So, Tom, I want to open up with you first. Tom, what do you think happened? First, let's start with the governor. What do you think happened there? Then to his brother. Tell us your side of being a proud Italian and looking up to these guys.
Well, first, I want to just take a moment to talk about Mario Cuomo, who, listen, at the end of the day, was an excellent Italian American, was a very, very good governor. He was there at a time that Italian Americans were not voted for in widely fashion, were not looked upon as political thought leaders, and he blazed the trail for many, many, many Italian Americans, not just in business, but in everyday life. He was, what's interesting is, and this is kind of how I grew up, I consider myself a classical Democrat. And for those that know politics, obviously, is much different than the Democratic Party today. And I really feel that although he was liberal, his version of liberal would pales in comparison to a lot of leftist thought. So I just want to take a second to say Mario Cuomo set these guys up for a brilliant future that I think they're squashing. So I just wanted to give that context and backdrop. If it's okay, I'll let the guys talk about the boys. I just wanted to talk about his father.
I agree with that. I've heard stories, obviously people in the public eye, but stories about Mario Cuomo and what a gentleman, respected all the way around, and great legacy there. So, Vinny, what do you think happened here?
Well, just one thing that Tom said. Mario Cuomo would be considered a Republican today. Listen, I think the beginning of COVID, I think he had a very homespun approach, tie off, sitting on his couch talking to you, very, very. The guy next door, Uncle Andrew, really tried to reassure everybody. I think his brother always came off as arrogant on CNN. I think that he is so arrogant that even if you like the brother, it comes off like, what is that family about? And then, when he came in and now he's being accused of getting the communications team and outside advisors, attorneys, the thing that buried him here, why they had to, he mentioned cancel culture in those discussions. They're trying to get away from cancel culture. They're trying to get away from woke, the term, because they feel it's buried them. And CNN, as much as they probably want to look away from that, they couldn't. They couldn't because they've lost so much viewership already. I think they're trying to save their channel. And I think they knew that even leftists would run for cover if you kept them around.
Okay, but real quick, let's touch on this real quick before I go to Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Vinny, do you think that people are networks, the media, people around these high, published figures, right? Are they jumping too fast to say, "Oh, get him out, get him out of the show, get him out"? We don't want to hear it. Instead of just really putting an investigation in and having the guy, hold the ship down and let this see what happens. Don't you think they're just getting rid of people too fast?
No, I think if it was a year ago, he'd still be here. I think that so much has gone on in this past 9-10 months. This isn't last year. They've taken a very big hit, that party. He's the brother. And I think they're trying to really just put him on the side. God forgive me, but it's an embargo. And it's an embargo on him. It's like, let's not deal with him for now. See if we could build up cred. See what happens with all these accusations. And then we'll revisit maybe in 3 months. But I think for now, him being there just reminds you of, hey, they don't care what wrong is done. It's a karma. And I think they want to be looked at as being fair here. And the only way to do that, they have political advisors, they have strategists, Jason. And I'm sure these people, even if the top guy didn't want it, said, listen, you're taking a hit already, this station. Put him on the side for now, or it could blow up real bad. He says the wrong thing on one telecast, and they're in a lot of trouble. He's arrogant. He might get mad, take it offensive. You can't have a guest on now because they're going to go after him. So what are you going to do? You got to get him out of there.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Joe, give us your opinion on this whole thing, the two boys and what's going on, the governor and then the CNN newscaster.
Well, I think Governor Cuomo fell victim to his success. And he thinks like he's above the law. Like, he just had too much power is what it really was. He controlled, obviously New York State, but, I think he was, I forget what, a governor's board. He was like the lead guy. The whole COVID thing, he just felt like he was untouchable.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to touch on that point real quick, Joe. Do you feel that people really feel like they see it happen again and again to their peers? This is every 6 months. It's somebody else doing the same thing. Yet these guys repeat it. They just think that no one's ever going to say anything.
Right.
They're never going to get caught, and they're above the rest, right?
That's really what it comes down to. Yep. He just had way too much power, and it went to his head. With the book deal and all this, he was the savior of COVID. He saved the city, he saved the state.
He came out with that during the pandemic. Like, he didn't even wait till it was
But the thing is, look, when you're in a high position like that, you got to watch every move. I would, if it was like 2 or 3 girls, maybe I would say like, all right, this could be a little, shady, but 18, 20 girls. The only other thing I don't like about this whole thing is that Letitia James, right? She was basically the one that released the scathing report about him, right? Gets him to resign, but now she's running for governor. She wouldn't have been able to beat him if they went head up, but it just seems weird. I don't know.
Jason, there was a report that said that this woman came out a couple of months before the election, and she was told, let the election happen first, then you come out and do anything you got to do. I think they wanted to secure the presidency, and they said, we don't want anything upsetting the apple cart right now, because you got to remember, the reason why they don't have anyone really on the short list to run in 24 is because he was their guy. They thought him, after COVID, slam dunk for them. And now they're scurrying. Like, they put all their eggs in his basket. He's done. So now what do? And I think that they ran away because that's what can you do for me now? What have you done for me lately? Basically, in all politics, you see, they run for cover if something happens. And I think that's what happened here. And I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Cuomo didn't go back. I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know.
That's a high-paying position. That's like I would think at least like $3 million a year.
Yeah, but someone would take him. I'm talking about CNN.
maybe maybe what is it? MSDNC.
Well, you'll have to see how it
MSNBC,
plays
yeah,
out
MS.
also. We have to see how it plays out. You know, if
I gotta ask an open question though, guys, because and I want to be fair. Like, you know, Italian Americans. My mother was a Democrat. A lot of my family are still Democrats, but like, we were a big part of the Democratic Party, and then kind of over time, a lot of us migrated over either like Libertarian and some Republican.
Yeah, but Tom, then the Democratic Party was much different than it is today. And I'm, you know, I lean towards that party. I'm, you know, I see both sides, but I lean towards that party a little more. Very different than it was 50 years ago.
Well, Kennedy would be a Republican now.
There you go.
yeah, this isn't your father's Democratic Party.
Right.
So what happened?
I think society changed, and you had to pick a lane, like you always say, Tom. Pick a lane, and I think the Democrats, they you know, they said, "Here's where we can thrive." Right? And they picked a lane, and then they went with it.
Well,
He could have easily been the Republicans.
Marky Mark said something interesting, way different, because 20 years ago, even Obama would be considered a Republican now.
Mm-hmm.
Obama wasn't as left as people make him. I know, like, you know, Obamacare and there's some socialist measures, but yeah, I agree.
Listen,
I don't disagree with that statement.
There's not a lot of people.
I disagree.
Go ahead, Joe.
He's controlling that party. He's still the guy in the background pulling the strings, Obama.
I
So
agree.
the way they're going is the way of him. He just probably figured it wasn't the right time to do all this stuff. But because who do you think is the man? You think Trump is running the Republicans? We know that. Obama is a god to the Democrats. So
I think the man that's running it's Hillary. I'll tell you the truth. There is no way on God's green earth that Joe Biden is running the country. No way.
well, if he's running it, he's not doing a great job. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, Girthquake, I agree with you, Girthquake. We need to abolish the two-party dictatorship that's been destroying this country for 100 years,
Absolutely.
or America, rather. You know, I think I agree. But at this point, I mean, this is full steam ahead.
Yeah, I think another problem comes in when you like accept money from like contributions because you're beholden to someone. That's what they need to get rid of, that system.
Well, like,
You know, if you donate money, then, you know, okay, well, I'm going to go along with what this guy has to say. You know, it sways you a little bit.
Education has caused a lot of this too. Think about it. If you were in 1970, a hippie, right? Say, and I'll use that term lightly. How old are you now? 67, 68.
Yeah.
Who are the head professors in colleges now? 67, 68. Those kids were liberal, and those kids are anti-establishment, and they were agitators.
I think I got money.
And
They got money now.
These are the heads of departments now in the mid to late 60s. And these kids come out who have never seen a good economy and have never seen anything.
Yep.
They come out preaching what their professors have taught. You didn't have that 30, 40 years ago. You have that now.
Yeah. I don't know. It's something, I guess, we have no control over. Did you see the voter turnout in New York State? How low in the city? How low it was for this for the mayor race? Holy shit! Nobody voted. I didn't vote. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We're like
I think
one of
we all,
those-
I think in New York, I think we all know the outcome was going to be the way it was
Right.
going to be.
I agree. People don't get up and wait on a line and say, my vote's not going to count anyway. I agree with you.
Well, I think if their state is pretty much one direction, I think a lot of people stay home.
Yeah, but how did Rudy Giuliani get in as mayor and Pataki as governor?
Giuliani won off of the mob trials, which made him a superstar.
Yeah, he had a name for himself, you know, and a lot of Democrats and Republicans like Giuliani, and he did a great job as mayor.
I remember at the time
course.
he was moderate at the time too. was a moderate Republican. So he was kind of like a Reagan maybe, but he put the mob away, no bullshit, cleaned up the streets, and he did. He did a fantastic job as mayor.
I'm not so sure about that.
Really? You disagree with that?
Because, if you talk to people from different, professions and backgrounds, like I have a relative who's a cop. Don't mention Giuliani's name.
Really?
Around him. The cops hate him.
Well, he was very, he wasn't a looked at as a great candidate. He was very stiff. He wasn't a campaigner. And the endorsement from the city's Liberal Party was coming from Dinkins. And I think that the endorsement of the Liberal Party is what got him in, because New York is liberal.
Well, even if he was good, okay, I'll admit he was pretty good, but look what he became. How does that happen?
Well, we should hold on. I don't want to skip over a lot. I think that the firemen and the
city workers, and I'm not justifying. I think he took a Republican approach, right? Like I think Democrats and Republicans, in terms of civil servants, take a different view, right? I find myself being more libertarian. I want smaller government. I actually want like no government if possible, but realistically, I want smaller government. I think they should stay at a lot of our businesses. I don't think they should get involved with who we marry. I don't think they should get involved with what we do. I don't think they should be limiting our speech. Again, another discussion. But with him, I think
tell you wanted to protect our food, whatever. That's a blanket statement. No government, Tom.
No, I
really?
said I want
really.
I want lesser federal government, and I think the states should have exactly more power than what they have. So, for example, if you're more live free or die, go live in New Hampshire. If you're more liberal,
I agree with that.
You live in New York. If you are super conservative, maybe you go to Alabama. So you control where you live, and then that governor elect and that regime should run locally and supply the local resources. The federal government should be a figurehead, in my opinion, and
Tom,
we're paying them way too much money.
If you told any of our parents, and Joe and Jason's young, but that 42nd Street,
he did it. He cleaned it up.
Disney and all that stuff, they would have said, "What are you, crazy?" Because for years it was the red light district. I think when they were mad at Giuliani for crime. Who cares if he's tough on crime? The criminals.
Yeah.
If you're a law-abiding citizen, do you care about any of those rules? No, because they don't apply to you. You're a 9 to 5 or whatever. You're not committing crimes. The criminals care about tough criminal government officials. And I think that the crime was low. He did what he said he'd do. He always said what he'd do, for good or bad. Now, he was tarnished after that. But I think that at the time, I think he cleaned up the city more than anyone would ever be able to.
Broken window theory.
Yes,
good point, Vinny. Wait, Tom, do you know a lot of the southern states would still have segregation? Do you know the proms are still segregated in the early 2000s? Oh, but wait, Tom, let me guess. You want the federal government to step in on that one, right? So now you'd go to you couldn't travel to Alabama because guess what? Little bit of a problem for some people traveling to Alabama. They had segregated proms in the 2000s in some states, some schools.
Yeah, I mean,
I can
only work off the assumption that you're correct. Never heard that. Assuming
I'm incorrect. Okay, I'll prove it to you.
No, I didn't say that. I'm working off the assumption that you're correct. Right? I'm assuming you're correct. Right. So if that's the case, remember there is somewhat of a federal government, right?
Somewhat just a figurehead, Tom.
Now hold on, let me finish. And if you want federal funding, federal funding does never go away. If the state wants federal funding, there should be some constitutional laws where people should be created equal. Men should be created equal, right?
No, so we find that to be ridiculous. But some people are like, well,
what I'm saying is, what is there now? Like there's like 26 core amendments or whatever. But however amendments we have to the Constitution, that should be abide by as our core unifying principle of Americans. Anything outside of that is not in the purveyor. And if you're having segregated proms, to me, that goes against the spirit of the Constitution. That's my opinion.
I mean, we're allowed to. We travel so free in this country because of our our way of living, and because we at least we have a government that actually gives a shit.
You know what was amazing? When I left New York City in the early 90s and came back in 1999, the BQE, all those, like the Brooklyn Navy Yard, all those factories and stuff, the windows were always broken in the early 90s. Then when I came back in 99, there wasn't a broken window. It was all cleaned up.
Yeah. Jason, what do you think? Some of the viewers are saying, and I don't disagree, what about the segregation in people? Like think about like the last election. You could cut like a perfectly cut diamond, almost 50-50 of one way or another. This country, I'm sorry.
There's segregate. Yeah, the viewpoints are. There's a lot of segregation on viewpoints, but it ain't. We're not. The country's not. The segregation on race and religion and all that. Yes, we still see it in the news, right? But 98% or 99% of America does not feel the way the news portrays us to feel. Right. So that segregation, no. Our way of thinking segregation, Democrat, Republican, that's dividing the country. Correct. You're right about that. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, I just want to wrap up the Cuomo conversation. We went off on a tangent elsewhere. Tom, let's go around the table. Tom, do you consider yourself a Cuomo fan still? Rah, Italian American, or have you dropped off the bandwagon?
I was never a super big fan of either. Okay. I feel like, being an Italian American doesn't stop when you become an American Italian. I just feel like they kind of went against, like their father gave them some really.
So you're done, right? No,
I'll deep dive in a second with, for example, look at who Cuomo married his first wife. He married a fucking Kennedy. There could have been greatness there. There could have been like an Italian with a Kennedy wouldn't have happened, years ago. And I just think they fucked it up.
Yeah. Joe, were you ever a fan? Could go either way. Joe?
Doesn't make a difference to me, really.
Yeah. Didn't watch CNN. Wasn't a fan of the brother. Didn't follow his news stories.
I actually did a little bit when I started watching him right around the time of the scandal of his brother, because I wanted to see what type of man he was, as far as he would diss Trump every night. It was Trump, right? But then his brother, gets in trouble, and he just kept quiet. I used to watch him and that Don Lemonhead guy. And I don't know, just to hear the other side of the coin. And quite frankly, I didn't like either of them.
Well,
there you go.
Not to, because I know you want to move to the next topic and have a shorter show tonight. But what happened to CNN? Like CNN used to be a reliable news source like 15 years ago. What happened there?
It's entertainment, and they go to their demographic. All these channels go to the demographic. Yeah. And Earl, I just wanted to, I see you directed this at me. Earl, I don't like Cuomo. I think they're too liberal. I think that I'm not going to blame game what cities have the most crime. I am going to tell you, though, that bias and racial goes both ways, okay? There are many chartered African-American colleges. Chartered. If you ever did that for someone else, I don't know of any chartered white colleges, there would be a march 10 million miles long from here to Mars. So it can't be one-sided. Mm-hmm. Radical leftists want segregation because it's big. War is money. Prejudice is money. That's all money. How do you think some of these people made their living for years and they don't work? So it's about bias. It's about prejudice. It's about racism. It's big money in racism. But if you can tell me, and I think you're on the side that I'm talking about, which I'm not on any side. I don't believe in segregation, but why is there Black History Month? If you achieve something, you achieve something. So people can't tell me that people don't want segregation on the side that's arguing that people are segregating when they do everything to segregate themselves. Why does there have to be a person of the year who's African American? It's person of the year, bottom line.
Good point. Good point,
So
Vinny.
you can't keep on segregating and then say, why aren't we mainstream? Because you're segregating. You're separating yourself and then blaming everyone else for not having one mix. It's ridiculous, and it's big money. And if you talk about every 4 years, this comes up. Every 4 years election year, this comes up. So you know what? I don't want segregation. I think it's disgusting, and I don't think we're way past it. I think it should have never existed. I don't like when they say we're past that. What do you mean past it? It never should have been. But you know what? I can't go into a bar dressed nutty, detach myself from the crew that's hanging out, and then come out and say, I can't believe they don't talk to me. Maybe if you try to fit in with it, and this is the way I feel. I'm going to get thrown off YouTube tonight, but I don't care. This is the way I feel. That's it. Next.
Yeah.
All right. So really quick, I actually like talking politics. Obviously, we won't put on all the channels all the time. We have our segments, but I miss the days at the dinner table of being able to have an active disagreement or discussion and like disagree.
Oh no, it is cutthroat everywhere. I'm laughing about it because it's like ain't nothing changing in my world. That's for sure. Yeah, I miss those conversations too.
So what's up next? We're freestyling.
Guys, listen, for entertainment purposes, forget your political views.
Yes.
I'm going to give you my view on this. In 2024, do you just want to see Trump run again just to get some entertainment or what? I mean, at least there's going to be something to watch if this guy runs again. Am I wrong or right? Joey, what do you think? Is this guy going to run again? And if he is,
he's definitely, if his health is okay, he's definitely running. He'll be 78. Actually, if you look at the problem I had with Trump was, and I followed him closely, okay? And what I noticed that he was doing was he had that bit of arrogance to him where, with the whole COVID thing and the masks and everything and stuff like that, and just going after people, when you're the president, it's similar to me on YouTube on a much smaller level. But could you imagine, like Tom would, and you, Jason, would always say, you know what, these people that are talking about you, you don't have to respond to them. You know what I mean? It seemed like every time someone took a shot at Trump, he had to respond to them. You know what I mean? And he had, and it's like, he's
a Joe of politics.
But it didn't, right? So, but
even
you don't agree with that? That he just got dragged into all these beefs.
Yeah,
he just couldn't keep his mouth shut. He would. Right. I mean, he was calling people rats. All rats should be killed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like, you're the president. You really need to be able to detach yourself from that.
Yeah. So hold on. So let's just.
Well, hold on, Tom.
But his policies were good.
For entertainment purposes, Tom, you're a media guy. For entertainment purposes,
definitely.
Wouldn't you love to forget your view? Wouldn't you love to see him run again?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Jesus.
The only thing, though, it got towards the end. Towards the end, it started getting bad. Though it was entertainment, but as time went on, you know what I mean? It's just.
Yeah, can we all take a moment to discuss the irony of Joe saying he should not have responded to all the guys that knock him?
Who have I responded to?
Here we go. And
Have
they're
I-
off. Hey, Vinny,
have I-
here we
Oh,
go,
no,
Vinny.
No,
Here we
listen.
go.
I start reading it.
All right.
I'm joking.
We're having fun.
Chucky Wolf.
Oh, Chucky
Chucky
Wolf.
Wolf. No, he's not here, but
Oh, he's going to give you names.
Chucky Wolf really didn't think too highly of me.
Yeah.
And I got to be 100% honest with you. He really is a cool guy, man. And he
Yes.
really did something that will always stick with me. You know, I said something to him like, bro, I thought we were good.
Yeah.
And he went on and he said, you know what? We have turned the corner. We are good. And I deleted the comment. So that's something that, you know, I take pride in, is taking someone that might not think so highly of me. And then if you get to know me and I get to know you, you see that, you know, maybe we're not too bad.
You turned around Gazoo as well. Remember?
I don't know if he was an enemy of mine, Gazoo.
No, but what was funny was, and he's a good dude.
Yeah, I like him.
He was roasting a little bit, which I was surprised about because that was like your first roast, and I wasn't drunk yet. And you and I were sitting there, and Vinny was there, and we almost like weren't believing it. We were like,
right. Phil Leotardo is another one.
But I think he likes you sometimes.
Yeah, no. But the only bad thing, it's not a bad thing that I have to say about Phil Leotardo is, but truthfully, he made some comments about Big Lou. You know what I mean?
Really?
And to me, yeah.
Big Lou's our guy. Big Lou's our guy.
Big Lou's our guy. I talked to Big Lou on the phone today. He's a great guy. I mean, he just really is a down-to-earth guy. You know what I mean? We're finding out we have all the same interests. It's amazing how, like, he named the things that he likes, and it was like he copied them off what I was going to say.
Nice.
And we're about the same age. He's on the West Coast, you know what I mean? But I know a little bit about that.
Hey, Jason.
Wait, hold on, Vinny. Newsflash. He gave out his number.
Who?
Joe, again.
Did he?
The Big Lou.
I'm changing my number.
We'll touch on this for a second. You know what the most ridiculous thing and how you know some trolls don't have a clue? Because it is incredulous. Trolls, that means crazy. That people think Joe and I hate each other, and there's tension.
Oh, I sent you that comment I was telling you about.
Joe and I talk 5 times a day. We meet twice a week for lunch, and I go to his house for dinner. Most of it's entertainment because Joe and I have never had a fight on my son. I've never had a fight. We discuss lively in the 4 of us because we want to do it, and we're not all the same. And we include the Mohawk when Jason's not around. But we love each other. So that's why we laugh kind of at the trolls, because if they were right on and spot on, we'd say, wow, they're sharp.
Yeah.
They are so wrong.
And then in the next comment, people will tell me that I don't have a good poker face. And like me not having a good poker face, are you crazy?
I thought you would quit. When you came on the other day, I said, I thought for sure I was ready to just start calling you, say, don't say it, you're mad. Because I thought you were leaving.
Yep.
And so
look at the captain. Good. He's another good guy, the captain. I don't know if we started off on the best of terms or whatever, but
yeah, the captain's okay.
And I don't really mind the trolling to a degree. If I know, that you're not really, doing it with like intent of like coming to my house or anything like that or attacking my family, it's one thing, but people just talk shit,
Joe, I swear, some of it, as long as it's like you see, I don't block anybody, and I know how to block now, people. It's not for being an idiot, which I am. But I will tell you, I have gotten so much strength out of some of the trolls because I get up and I say, wow, I've come a long way. That would normally drive me crazy. I laugh now. So it works against them actually because they're trying to elicit a response.
Well, I want to concur because I was on both sides. My previous show with my co-host, very thin window. Like there was a lot of negativity, a lot of people that didn't agree respectfully, and that was okay. I'm more of a debater. I like to talk about things. I'll answer questions. I read, unpack, organic, stay in your lane. Give my number out like Joe.
Love it.
Thanks. I'm never living that down, huh?
So have some fun. Anyway, So, I felt a little too tight. I think part of doing this is building a community, talking to people, right? Now, Vinny's approach, I think Vinny, almost accidentally did it correctly. And here's what I mean. Because Vinny didn't know how to block, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because the trolls came out like fast and furious these last 2
Right.
weeks. And that he didn't care about it. He would laugh at it. Oh, you're a jerk. Thank you. Almost like he didn't get to him. And they just wrote whatever because they weren't blocked, because they weren't put in timeout, because he almost laughed and said thank you every time. He took the fun out of it. So I think his troll level went way down, and you handled it masterfully, almost by accident,
I have 2 trolls that really gave me a hard time. My first, maybe, I don't know, my second or third weekend, that now text me, how's your diabetes? I got this medicine, this and that. They became friendly. And for the trolls out there, Joe goes against Tom more than any of the troll could ever.
I had to call him this morning and apologize and say, "Are you mad at me?"
The trolls pay me.
We get along great. We just discuss things because it's 4 of us in the show, but we've never had a fight. And it's funny that people say oh, they hate each other. Me and Joe are really close. That's the scary part.
And another thing is this YouTube, what we're doing, I'm finding out this is one of the greatest things to ever happen. As bad as it can get on YouTube.
Yeah.
But seriously, through YouTube, I met you guys, right?
True.
So we'll be friends until we pass away, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there's BK Skip and Cousin Paulie and Shinebox and Chris Toro, you know what I mean? Big Lou. These are my people now, you know what I mean? It's
it's a community.
It's these are my people. I call, you know what I mean? I call Cousin Paulie every night and say, hey, bro, what do you think about this? Or he gives me advice. Yeah. I mean, these guys are they're really looking out for me, you know what I mean? And BK Skip, he's a great guy, man. Shinebox, another great guy. So thank you.
The only people that Vinny blocks are his mods.
Exactly, yeah.
He thinks if you have a wrench, you should be blocked.
That's true, actually. Hey, Tom,
we're going to have to do something about that.
Someone said something up here, James Groves, about how can they get to the charity. I don't know if they're asking.
Oh, let me. So because it's 4 Horsemen here, it's hard to get us together. Saturday from 2 to 4 in Summit, New Jersey, Union Place at the UPS store and Starbucks. We're going to be chilling in front for between 2 and 4. We're doing 3 charities because we don't want to just limit it to one. Be the Change, which is accepting toys. Also, Toys for Tots is also available as well. So that we have the toy opportunity. Grace, which is a local outreach program for food. $25 ShopRite gift cards. Thank you, Joe, because Joe called me to clarify earlier because he's picking some up with some family members. And then lastly, the St. Jude's opportunity. The St. Jude's opportunity, just if you cash up Vinny Bronco or contact Vinny Bronco, obviously you don't need to show
Bronco?
I like Bronco.
Vinny Bronco, sorry. Vinny's handling the St. Jude's, and then in person we're handling the drop-offs. Now, if you can't make it to either, if you can't make it to either in person, and you want to give the charities directly, email me, Tom Manu Theory, or Vinny Love the Hits at Gmail, which
that's
is
my
email.
PayPal. Love the Hits,
or $ Vincent Bronco Cash App. With me, I'm not accepting any money. We're doing it one place for accounting purposes. That's Vinny Bronco. So if you want to send him some money for us to pick out toys or buy gift cards, we're happy to do it. If some reason you want to contact them directly, we'll give you the links to the charities we're supporting. Just let us know if you contribute directly. We just want to keep a track of our efforts because we spend a lot of fucking time on this YouTube. We're not making any money doing this. So at the very least, if we can give some kids a better holiday, then it was worth every minute.
Christopher, that was wonderful. That was so sharp. The only people that I blocked are my mind.
Yeah.
That is great.
I got to get a new email. I talked to you guys about that. I got to get a new email.
I mean, hey, Joe, you're going to witness protection. He's getting a new phone, new email. What this guy?
I'm getting
Stop giving it out, Joe. Very simple. Stop giving it out to everybody. You're like one of those
Late.
guys in Manhattan that pass out the flyers. That's Joe. Hey, oh, hey.
Yeah,
You know-
Joe, how about this real quick? Without saying names, and don't try to triangulate the person to make them feel bad, but you had to have one or two bad experiences with your phone already. You had to.
Giving my number.
Honestly, no. The only bad experience I had from my phone is Armchair MBA and Brooklyn Guy. But other than that, it's great.
You didn't
No,
get
I'm-
any
Let's start giving out Tom's number.
Because
No.
I
Getting-
call him.
you
I
didn't
call
get
him
any late
Jason,
night
I call him
texts from
at
anybody
1:30 in the
past
morning.
11?
I'm thinking they'll go, this is the conversation. Joe answers, hello? Yeah, listen, I'm going to go on. All right, send me the link. Give me a few, though. All right, bro.
Hold on. You're trying
You
to say,
guys don't
Joe,
even realize that at 8 o'clock tonight, I was throwing up.
Were you?
Yeah,
really?
that was
I
the
thought that
few
was an
minutes I
excuse not to
needed.
come on with me.
From the vaccine poke?
Oh,
I don't know, but I had a piece of cake and I drank some coffee with milk,
could be.
and my stomach was upset. And I said, "All right, I need a few minutes,
Joe,
guys."
can I
I
have your phone
barfed, brushed my teeth, and got
Hey,
back on.
Christopher,
Wait,
Joe, can I have your phone number, please?
Yeah,
Wait,
but
Joe. Chris,
Chris,
I'll give it to you.
Chris
You know
Toro,
what's
is it all right if I show your text messages you sent me today, Chris Toro?
I gotta say something because I know Chris from the other show. Good dude,
I'm looking, D. Allen.
Jersey guy, and Chris is a guy that he should have gave his number to. You know what I mean? And he gave his
Oh
number out
yeah,
to everybody
he's
else.
got my number. Yeah. And you know what's happening to me? I'm becoming this big wig, right? So someone
Well
asked me,
said.
they send me a message and they say, bro, when are you doing your show? And I'm like, all right, we're thinking about it. I have to discuss what we're going to do with my team. You know what I mean? Like, it's this big thing. My team. It's you three juices. That's my team.
Like it's Ellen DeGeneres. Like he's got,
I think we should be the four juches. That might be a better
Yeah, I know. It's like, I got to discuss it with my team and we're throwing around some ideas and blah, blah, blah.
We're gonna
Like,
unpack.
Excuse me for a
start
second.
the
D.
fucking
Allen.
channel here.
Wait,
You know what I mean?
which way was it sent, D. Allen? I'm sorry. D. Allen's asking me if I got his last envelope. I know what that means. Was it Cash App? If you can email, if you don't want to put your real name on here the way it came up, email me and I'll verify it. I'm not sure, D. Allen, but thank you for sending. And the last thing is the reason why I asked for Cash Apps, honestly, is because YouTube takes 30%.
Yeah.
So, and I will tell you, to be honest, full disclosure, when you send me 100 and first of all, it'll take me 2 months to get it. So I'm laying it all out. I am making up the difference. So if you send me 100, I'm making up the 30 to make sure it's 100. Because
Oh wow, you're backfilling?
Yes.
Wow. Let me know the amount you're backfilling. I'll match Ali and I'll match the backfill.
It's if I gave you
I'll
the
match
number
what you
right now,
match
would
and he
believe it.
matches.
But
All right.
So you match him, he matches.
and you know,
That's
super
30%.
chats take like a couple of months. So I'm laying, which I have no problem because I'll get it back. But yeah, I'm backfilling absolutely. If you send me
That's
100,
awesome.
that's out of your heart. I'm coming up with the other 30.
That's amazing. Really quick, I just want to acknowledge Nelson. Okay. Nelson, good man, Nelson Padilla, I believe his name is. Hopefully hopefully I'm allowed to say his name. But Nelson, thank you. Just really quick, guys. Joe, bullshit. I call bullshit on Joe. You're trying to tell me you did not get any late night texts from anybody past a certain time that your wife was shaking her head like, hey, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah, I have, but it's. I guess the person
It's
was in.
comical.
I guess the person was in need.
Thank you, Nelson, for that.
Yeah, but what do you need from a guy you just met from YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the guy wanted to pretend he was my friend, set me up, and lure me
Here's
to.
what we're gonna do. Here's a game plan. We're gonna take Joe's phone when he's not looking. First of all, I don't know why he doesn't have an iPhone. It's kind of weird. And even Vinny has an iPhone. Thank you, Liv.
Hey, I have an iPhone. I have a Samsung.
I just got a Galaxy 21. It's amazing. iPhone. It's amazing, the Galaxy 21.
But watch. Here's what we're gonna do.
I'm
We're
getting my
gonna
13
change.
tomorrow.
We're gonna change all the YouTube numbers to female names. So when he gets his 2 a.m. text, then
Yeah.
let's talk.
Oh, forget it.
Let me ask you everyone a question by poll. If you press like, that means yes. Jason is with JSV Capital. I got to it before he does. He's tremendous. I'm going to try to hit him up for a $1,300 loan for the iPhone. what interest rate do you think he should charge me if it's a short-term loan?
27%.
Loans without the broken bones.
There you go. There you go, sir.
It's amazing. Now I'm finally finding out where all these mobsters, how it like mob members have dissipated and like there's no more mob is because they run businesses like YouTube and they all went into politics. They take 30%.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Do you have to pay tax on that money?
Hold on. Let's
Why?
Vinny does. Vinny will have to, yeah.
I'm gonna have
yeah,
to.
YouTube
But he
takes
could offset it with the write-off.
I ended up giving up a lot of money this year.
Yeah, this
You
is
have
not
to pay tax on the whole thing or minus the 30?
no minus the net amount he receives.
Yeah, I don't care.
And then on top of it, the other 30% he backfills with are after-tax proceeds. So technically, he's shit out of luck financially.
whatever it is, it's going.
And
to
what
a
about the
good-
cash
listen,
apps?
If he makes over $600, which I assume he did,
yes.
he will have to do like a 1099. But again, he'll have to claim the income, but he can also write off the taxable portion.
Yeah,
That's why when we actually drop off the toys and get the gift cards are easy, but when you drop off the toys, you keep the receipts for tax purposes if you're going to write it off.
Joe, you know what helps me out with this?
What?
I'll tell you.
You're bipolar?
No.
Well, don't forget, Vinny has the mail review party
When I think
on
of this
Saturday.
little
So.
girl, I don't give a shit how much it costs me. I'm being serious. So I'll wait another year for my car. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck.
You're right.
No, and like I said, Vinny supplements his income with mail review parties. So
Yes.
Well, thank God you appear.
OnlyFans. Yeah, you should do one of those, Vinny. Did you hear him playing the guitar and singing earlier?
Did I tell you what I did to Jason earlier?
No.
I don't want to say. I don't get him in trouble. So it's actually kind of not cool what I did.
You hooked up with him? What'd you do?
It's kind of a
No, the
trick.
Mohawk.
It's kind of a trick. I go onto grinder.com
Oh yeah.
and I hit reset password and I type in his email and sure enough the reset password last 2 digits are his phone number. I was like, yeah.
Joke's
Nice.
on you, pal, because I'm getting a free dinner Saturday night.
Listen, Jason doesn't have a problem giving out his phone number. No one knows him because he's never on here either. But
Listen, hold on.
Jason was the only one not bothered by any content creator.
That's
because
right.
No one knew he was alive.
That's right.
I
will continue to guard my mental health and ignore those situations.
Yeah, absolutely.
you guys really want to laugh? OnlyFans is actually a better medium for something like what we're doing. So, for example, let's just say you were to do like, let's say you want to get away the trolls, you want to get away from nonsense, and you don't want to be, let's say, behooving to sponsors, right? You could set up subscriptions on OnlyFans. They only take 15%, and it's great for the creator. It's great for the person. You get to deal, and you can cut, just like I don't know if it's as the user experience as good as this, but you could still run a membership model that way. Problem is, OnlyFans is used mostly by sex workers, so it's like it's hard to like, hey, Joe's on OnlyFans.
You got to show dick pics, you know what I mean? And in
Marky
my case, you need a fucking telescope or a microscope, so that won't work.
Smoking Tommy, good man.
Smoking Tom.
Didn't he give like a really big contribution? Not that if you didn't or you gave lower, it doesn't matter. But he gave a pretty big contribution, right?
And he has a great website. Did you
what's
look
it
at
called?
it?
No.
He sent it to me. I don't want to, I don't know. This isn't.
We'll get his permission first.
But great website where there's like an eBay kind of thing. It's amazing. Go check it out. I'll send it to you.
Does Allen have your info, Tom?
He does, and he emailed me about something he was working on, and I told him like Vinny's kind of taking the lead on the external efforts. So I think he hooked up with Vinny and got it resolved, right?
What's that?
DL and Brock reached out to me about something.
Yes.
I don't want to say publicly.
Yes.
And then I was like a little busy, so I said, hey, Vinny's kind of handling that part of the thing, and I think you helped him out.
Yeah, I did. I sent something, and I hope he got it. Actually, I never verified if he got it. Just tell me yes or no.
No, he shot me an email saying thank you. I think I made my goal.
Oh, I
think
think
you
I
were
said
saying?
something anyway. So
Oh, I
good.
gotta
Yes,
check.
coffee on me. But I don't know how much coffee costs there. But Yoko, no, that's not true.
It varies, D. Allen, the price on the Frank Thomas rookies. It depends on which one and the condition of the card. But if you get in touch with Tom, he'll give you my info, and I could answer
give me his
questions
number.
more in depth if you'd like. If you have any questions about cards or whatnot,
I'll
you
give
know,
his
you have
number.
questions about like, your marriage. You want to, I'm there for you. So just hit
How
me
to
up.
ruin one. How to ruin one. Start a YouTube channel and be.
Yeah, but you know what? That was funny for real because I don't like to give out people's numbers without their approval, and people be like, "Hey, can I have base number? Can I have base number?" So I was kind of being like, "Hey, I don't know what should I do," and every person goes like, "Give it to him, give it to him, give it to him." I'm like, all right. Now when somebody emails me, my actual auto response is, "Here's Joe's number."
Yeah, exactly. That's
I am going to hold on. I am going to try this.
You want
You
me to
guys are 4 persons that you're trying to make like some change, a little change, and the paradigm for what you're doing in information in your country about South America, and God benedicts you. God blesses you. Hold on, I gotta try.
Oh, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Right hand to God. That's my uncle from Argentina.
Hey,
Oh, really?
Did I
Swear to God.
offend you, D. Allen? I'm sorry, bro.
I just
didn't
saw the
mean to.
name. That's my uncle from Argentina. Your wife met him, Tommy. She did the
babe.
translation.
Can you come here a sec, love? I got to turn off the camera because she won't let me.
I wouldn't want to be seen on camera with you either, so can't blame him for that.
So you're 4 persons that are working on like small change. If it can't work on like a little bit of change as a paradigm for what you're doing for. Okay, the camera's off. Yeah, but the voice is there though. Okay, hold on. No, the camera's off.
Well, this show just took a left.
Okay.
Thank you, D. Allen Brock.
Took a left and went off the
Read
cliff.
it and then tell us what it says.
Hold on, I'm reading it so I can translate.
I wonder what he does, D. Allen. Is he an editor or is he in like films or something? Clips? I don't know. Maybe.
I can't read English on this thing. They're sending me Argentinian.
A paradigm, like a
Paradigm. Did that really say paradigm? Because someone's gonna. It uses too big of words.
So you guys are giving information and it's going over.
D. Allen, you could say
So
anything negative about me you want, but I know how deep down how you feel about me. I feel the same way about you.
Abriendo un pequeño cambio, like a little bit of change. Okay, so we're basically making some change and
I'll
we're
check
getting
it, the
information, and it's making its way to South America. I was right. Thank you, baby. So I didn't need her on that.
Jason, you got to let me know which sports trading card you want. I feel bad. I gave those 2 jabronis 1 each. I got to give you.
I'm a quiet, stay in the back guy. If you offer me a gift in your kindness, I appreciate it. I'm not like Tom and Vinny. Hey, what do you got now? Hey, what do you do? What are you swinging? I'm not like that.
You're not going to question me about the value and look it up and what
I'm
happened.
not putting up in the light.
I know.
What do you do?
Joe,
It was
Teresa,
like an hour. He grilled me on the. Is there scratches? Is it good? Is it this? I'm like, bro,
Teresa Murphy needs your number.
Teresa. Oh, by the way.
Oh yeah, Teresa Murphy. Yes, definitely.
Gracias, Kim.
Yeah.
For every toy and every donation we get, we give out Joe's number.
Yeah, exactly. Who will pay $10 for my number? We'd have raised $1 million already.
Forget it.
God.
Yeah, I guess it's something I like, talking to people, and
Hold
trying
on.
to
So
do
so
my
now,
thing.
okay. So they're having a crisis. How well? Again, we're not going to say their name, but how well they know you? Like on air, 2 conversations.
What was?
So the person in crisis when they reached out late at night, how well did you know them? Give the context and background.
No, not well at all. Not well at all. It was, the thing is, why it wasn't so much of a big deal is because it was after a show. So it wasn't like they called me at 3 a.m. just out of nowhere, so they kind of knew I was up.
So in that case, call away. If you see Joe on a live at 2 a.m., I shoot him a call when he's done.
I got a call at 4 a.m. I said, "Who's this?" Excuse me. They said, "Joe gave me your number." I said, "Why did he give you mine?" He goes, "Because he was on the phone with someone else that just called him."
You got any Tony Gwynns?
Me? Oh, of course. I have some Tony Gwynn rookies. 83 tops.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be worth a little something, right? Or because that was before the collapse, right?
You know what the funny thing is? Joe can get like 80 phone calls. Then someone will say, "Joe, were you trolled?" No, he wasn't doxxed.
Kim's gonna call Joe too.
Gotta love Joe.
And the guy, if you want to go, if someone in the chat wants to, crack jokes about me or whatever, don't waste your breath, because everything you say has been said to me by my wife 100 times over. So I'm used to it.
Ah, she loves you, your wife.
Yeah, she does.
She does.
I'm a lucky guy to have her.
Hold on. Smoking Tommy is not part of the creators, so he's not part of the embargo. Can we drop him a link? Say shits and giggles or no?
Whatever you want.
Well, this is Jason's. This was actually Jason's show too.
Yes, of course.
But is it Avatar? He's got to show his.
No. I'll see that. I'll see backstage if Smoking Tommy. We just need to see your face.
Let's throw them up real quick because we are going on the hour mark here. So
yeah, this is a shorter show. And then I think if Vinny and Joe want to stay on, we can keep it cooking and just knock off the new theory portion.
Right. Okay.
That's fine.
I could talk to Vinny for hours. You know that.
Hey guys, we're gonna do like the four of us together a Christmas special, right?
Yes.
Yeah. March of the Wooden Horsemen.
I like that.
Vinny looked tan today.
Thank you, Irish Green. I'm just breaking balls. I don't,
I look tan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I adjusted the color, or I have a fever. One or the other.
Joe, did you
You get pale when you have a fever.
Joe got his first set of panties sent to him.
Please.
Did he?
Yeah, they were. I thought it was a fucking bath towel, but it was some chick's fucking.
It was the crossing. It was the crossing guard down the block.
You know, the only reason I said that is if his phone rings, we know the wife's watching the show.
Oh yeah.
Now,
wifey.
Yeah. Without further ado, Smoking Tommy.
All right. Hey guys.
What's up, my man?
Hey, brother. What's up,
Hey,
Smoking
how are
Tommy?
you?
I have a question.
I have
Okay.
an answer,
First
maybe.
one. What is
All right.
Smoking Tommy like? Why do you have that nickname?
Oh, hold on. Let me just turn off this TV.
I mean, Tommy, you had about an hour to get ready for this for the show, Tommy. I mean,
Look, he wants to look good for you.
What do
I
you
want
mean? He
to
had an
look good for
hour.
you, man.
Now he
Let him
decides to get
slack.
comfortable.
He wants to look
Tommy.
good to you.
I'm sitting here all dressed up and no place to go.
Tommy, I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you an inside joke. Okay, you're one of us tonight. This is what you do to him. You smoke him and tell him to go back.
Vinny, turn your mic up, Vinny.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn that off. Come on. There we go. All right.
He's pretty popular. People in the chats are going nuts over this guy. I don't think he's a rookie here.
Oh, I'm a rookie. This is my first. Well, not my first rodeo, but as far as this YouTube stuff,
Tommy, let me see that
anyway,
ring, Tommy. Let me see that ring. I just saw your index finger on your right hand. Let me see that ring you got.
What
Oh,
about
this
my question? We're just
Let
going
me see
to
the
kick
ring.
that to the side?
This is an
The ring.
heirloom. This was my dad gave this to me.
Nice.
God rest his soul.
Nice.
Nice.
He
There you
passed
go.
away a year and a half ago.
Wow.
Nice.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that, Tommy.
Big loss. Big loss. Anyway,
Smoking Tommy, how'd you get the moniker?
I liked it. I do smoke a lot. I did before my lungs got all messed up.
I was going to say, is it because you used to blaze up the gunji or what? Or
I
cigarette?
still would if I could,
Yeah.
for medical reasons,
Yeah.
But I'm using the edibles. It's okay.
How
I
are
gotta
the
find-
edibles? You like them?
Not as much as token.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean they're both a different kind of buzz. I mean, if I want to get a good night's sleep, man, edibles can't be beat.
Right.
Right.
That's true.
But if I want a little bit of a little buzz, so I got the benefit of the buzz and I got the benefit of the pain killing and the other fine qualities of good bud.
So
Yeah.
if you don't mind me asking, I believe it was you, and I'll sound stupid if it's not, but you gave a really generous contribution to our event on Saturday, right? Vinny, that was him?
No, it wasn't enough. But anyway,
No, it was very
Tommy,
generous, very generous. No, very
Anything's-
generous.
anything's
And we
enough,
say thank
Tom.
you. Very generous, Tommy.
Yes.
don't thank me. Don't thank me. Thank my boss. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's your boss? The lovely Mrs.?
No, well, that's the underboss. But no, my boss is your boss,
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
and my
awesome.
boss is everybody's boss, and
That's
there's no
awesome.
boss above my boss.
That is true. You know
And
what?
my boss could wipe you out in a minute.
Yeah,
you wanna be the
but
new
your
Paul
boss is
Horseman
bigger
on the-
than my boss up there, but down here, my boss is bigger than. I'm just kidding.
Where's that from?
Yeah, well,
Where's
yeah, I
that
got one of
from?
them too.
Yeah.
But we
Name
all have
that
a boss.
movie.
Name that movie.
Where's that from?
Bronx
The
Tale.
boss,
Bronx Tale. The kid.
Bronx-
Colosero.
Yeah, but I
Doing
bet you.
confession? He's doing confession?
Yeah.
Father. Your boss,
I
your boss
bet
may be
you-
big up
I
there,
bet-
but my
I
boss
bet
is bigger
you-
down
I
here.
bet you smoking Tommy's boss has Joe's number.
Yeah, definitely.
my boss has everybody's number.
That's true. Where are you about? You don't give the exact location, but what
This
state
thing's
are
like
you in?
delayed.
Or what area?
I live in Leonia.
Leonia, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Jersey guy.
No,
you
I'm a
come
Queens
visit that
guy.
way?
I'm a transplant.
I was going to
My
say.
father lived here for about, oh God, 60 years maybe.
Tommy, where in Queens?
Well, I lived in Queens Village,
Oh, okay.
but I was all over Queens.
Queensbridge.
Queens Village.
QB.
Anywhere near Rego Park or Middle Village or anything?
I live close to Gunsmoke,
Oh, okay.
very close in that area.
Okay.
Sort of like Hollis Hills in that area.
Mm-hmm.
I
Where
live.
the New York Times is, right? The building.
No, that's up on the Horace Harding and towards Flushing.
Gunsmoke's a good guy, man. That's my homeboy, Gunsmoke.
Very good guy.
He is a very good guy, and he's a very talented guy,
Very
and
good.
he's got a good soul.
He's going to teach me editing.
Oh, cool. Well, you could teach me when he teaches you,
Yeah, maybe we'll,
or maybe we'll hold a class.
or maybe what
Maybe
we'll
we could
do
talk
is
him
we'll
into
put together a conglomerate and like where you get a show and all the people get a show and we'll all be under one umbrella.
It's
Like Oprah.
Absolutely.
Oprah, you
What
get
is
it.
wrong with this guy?
What? I'm thinking big picture. I'm thinking community.
That's right. That's right.
Vinny, community.
I know.
Exposure.
Oh man.
You guys
Joe.
all roast now, but when Smoke and Tommy Armchair take over the world, we will have the last laugh.
Two Tommies.
That's it.
Oh yeah, I got to put my armchair up here. I can't get downstairs. I'm bedridden, obviously.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bitch. Anyway, it's all right.
What else, guys?
There's a
What else?
reason for
What
it.
else? We announced what's going on this weekend, Saturday 2 to 4.
I wish I
Right.
could be there, man, but I can't. I have no
Yeah,
transport.
no, we
no way.
understand.
And next time when you convalesce and you're good, you let us know, and we'll break some bread when you're ready.
It's going to take a lot of work,
Yeah.
but it's actually a good thing that this happened. You're not
Well,
going to believe why.
If we did go live, maybe you could pop in and do one
Yeah.
of these real quick. You know what I mean? You're not there, but you could be,
Pop in, absolutely.
On Saturday.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Saturday.
You
Yeah.
don't have to ask. Just tell me when and where. It's not like I'm out doing a lot of work, running around and
Well,
Right.
so hold on,
You'll-
Smoke and
selling
Tommy.
houses and
I have to tell you,
buying auctions and
so Smoke and Tommy, we generally like to disclose the minutes of our meeting and our agenda, unless you're Vinny and Joe. But
did you say unless I've been in jail?
No, we don't
Unless
just
you're
like
Vinny
discuss
and
our
Joe.
meetings and our agenda. We have meetings before. What's our agenda? What's our strategy? So we don't like to talk about it, outside the circle.
I don't blame you.
Well, unless you're Joe or Vinny. So with that being said, Joe's plan is he wanted to get phones for everybody built in with his number already built in. That's what he wanted to do.
Sounds good.
Pre-programmed
Okay.
it comes.
Yeah, Joe. You're a great man.
It's second.
This is, I'm never going to live it down.
That's stupid. It's not even.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
First.
Yeah, I'm setting up a YouTube channel.
Oh,
I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Just basic right now, but my agenda is the first thing that's being put on it. I got some short clips today. I don't know how to string together. I'd rather just do it in one clip and just do it, But the outline and the agenda is there. So.
If you, Tommy, if you need help, just email me, Tom, a new theory. You need me to upload the videos, optimize, get the channel going, need some artwork. That's on me. Let me know.
Okay, I'm an artist myself. I might use my own personal art.
Yeah, it's your call. But I'm just saying, if you need any help,
Unless it's much better than mine.
Tommy, just tell him to
Probably is.
What's that?
No, I said tell Tommy, just tell him to go screw. No, I'm joking. It's very nice of you, Tom.
When are you starting your channel?
Well, I started on it tonight. I just don't know how to get it up there. I'm just putting out a rough draft. It's nothing really to look at, but it's an outline of what I plan to do, my agenda.
Nice.
I think some of the things on my agenda might be your agenda.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure, as a matter of fact.
Hold
But
on.
there
This
are
is
a
like
few others.
official launch. Let's go. What are some of your thoughts?
There are a few of them. One is going to be based on education.
Nice.
Education for parents and the children.
Is that your background, Tommy? Education?
Not at all.
Oh.
Yeah, I was a kid once. Yes, I'm sorry.
I love
No,
this guy.
but you don't have any education in education.
My mother was a third grade school teacher for the
Right.
Board of Ed in New York.
You
so
have no
I picked up a
experience
little from her.
yourself. Gotcha. Right.
Uh-huh.
Right.
But
Yeah.
no, I don't have any education in educating.
Yeah.
I'm the one that needed the educating. If you follow me.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, I want to change that for many people,
Yeah.
as many as I can,
Yeah.
because we don't come with instruction manuals.
No.
Yeah.
It's nobody's fault.
Have
Right.
you seen it? Have you seen in your experience or seen watching with
I'm sorry, I'm
COVID?
shaking.
Yeah, I'd say with COVID and the pandemic, like the teaching model changed. Like for example, I know some friends of mine, obviously were home teaching, and then decided to stay home teaching or set up various pods and get them out of traditional teaching and do a lot of home teaching. Are you seeing that in your experience?
I am not. No, I'm not really focused on that. I did start a Facebook page, sort of. I got a lot of people on it. When the pandemic first came out, I saw this happening. I knew it was going to turn into a clusterfuck. I knew it was going to kill the economy. I knew it was going to affect a lot of lives. I knew it was going to spread. I knew it was going to mutate. And that was before the first case was. That was when the first case was announced. And I said to my aunt and uncle, "This is coming. This is going to be bigger than you could believe." They said, "Nah, don't worry about it. It's just a flu." I said, "Okay." Well, they're not saying that now. So I think I have some good ability as far as foretelling things, the future.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are some of your predictions for early 2020?
Early 2020. That's what I'm talking about. I'm
Yeah,
talking
but
about when the first word of COVID came out of Wuhan. I said, "We're fucked."
Hmm.
And we're not out of the water, man.
This Omicron thing, it's got me worried.
It should.
Because I
Well, you know
I
what?
got my third shot last night.
I've had 3 shots. Then I had my flu shot, and I'm waiting for a pneumonia shot. That's all I could get. The only other shot I can get is one in the head.
Did you get
God,
COVID or
all
no?
I can say.
Yes, go ahead.
All I can say, guys, I just 3 months ago, if you pay attention, it was a different strand. And I guarantee, maybe Smoking Tommy can, but I guarantee the three gentlemen aside me can't even name that last strand. And then this strand will be gone in 3 months, and it'll be another strand. No, this is what I'm not a conspiracy theory person. I'm not at all, right? I got my vaccination. I'm just saying it's another strand every 3 months. It's like, all right, what are we going to do? We're going to keep on going? We're going to keep on going with it?
No, 6 months before the election, it's going to stop.
I'm waiting. I'm going to keep the profanity down. So I'm waiting for the FU strand.
Yeah.
That's the one we got to really worry about.
Yeah.
Well, can I ask a question to the entire panel? So I think, and this is bipartisan. If not, you're nuts. If you have a comorbidity, right? You have COPD, you have asthma, diabetes, you smoke, your BMI is high, whatever. If you have comorbidities, you should be vaccinated. Point. Period. I don't think anybody would argue that, right?
Without
Do you kind of feel the arguments of trying to get everybody vaccinated, that it over kind of shoots and doesn't put enough strain and stress on the people that actually need it? I just want to get your guys' opinion. But you understand the question, what I'm saying, right?
Sort of. At the end, I kind of lost it.
Well, no. So keep it simple. High-risk people should be vaccinated. I don't think anybody in the panel disagrees, and if you do, you're dumb, right?
Nobody disagrees.
No, Tom, you're wrong. Tom, you're wrong. They did do that. They came out with vaccine. They go, okay, high-risk people, you're the only people that can go for the next 2 months. You're the only people allowed to get this vaccine.
No, correct.
You go first. Go. You go first.
Yeah, because we're going to die anyway.
The elder people, you go second. Go. So they did that, Tom.
I'll tell you a story. I'm not going to do it now. About high-risk people and people that think other people are going to die. So why not? They're worth this. Okay. I got a story about that, but I'll tell you. It's really true.
Okay.
But we won't go on with that. We got other things to talk about. Happier things. Okay.
But what I'm saying is, no, when it was released, they did have their tiers, right? It was high risk, and then teachers, first responders. But what I'm saying is now there's still a lot of people that are high risk, right? And the focus is on getting everybody else vaccinated. I get it, because you want to get the herd immunity, right?
Yes.
But we're still overlooking the need for those high risk individuals to get it. That's my exact point, is getting overlooked. You know?
I think most of them have it. And the ones that didn't, they're probably not here with us.
Yeah.
We need to really work together. We cannot let politics get involved in this. This is just something too damn serious.
Yeah.
I was at a point where if I was calling the shots, which I'm not,
No pun
I was
intended.
willing to go out and shoot anybody that didn't want to get, not me personally, but that refused to get a shot after being offered it many times. Because you're actually a danger to everybody around you.
Yeah.
So you believe there should be 100% vaccination?
110%.
Okay.
Unless, of course, it's going to affect you.
I'm not going to make I'm sorry, real quick, Tommy. I'm not going to make a stance on the vaccination or yes or no or whatever. That's whatever.
That's okay.
But what I will say right now is people who are saying the vaccine is bullshit, you stu-nods. You're already vaccinated with 10 different other vaccinations, because in school, you had to be vaccinated. So you already got vaccinations for 10 different other things. And you want to say vaccinations are bullshit. Well, you already have it in you. Think a little bit. Think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Not this one. Not this one, right, Tom? Not this one. This one's a little weird.
It's not. And you know what? If you think that, show me your medical license. Show me something.
So hold on. So I want to. This is what it's about, right?
Thomas, you're vaccinated. Just so you know, you're vaccinated already. You know that, right?
Hold on.
No, are you or not?
I have the boosters. I have the
No,
regular
not
flu
you,
shot.
Tommy. Not you, Tommy. Not you, Tommy.
Oh.
Thomas.
Oh,
sorry.
vaccines, COVID, no.
No. Are you?
We have a problem here, Tom.
Have you been vaccinated before, Tom?
In the past, smallpox.
Oh,
whatever,
so you are okay. Cool. Just want to know. Just want to know. Just want to know.
Okay. Well, you're not. If that's your argument, that's not good. Okay. So
What do you mean it's not good?
It's not.
What?
Good for smallpox.
No, hold on. We're the
It's good for polio. It's good for polio.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Good for smallpox. Rubella.
Okay.
Is that good enough, Tom? Is that good enough? Or should we go on?
For all those reasons, it is.
Measles.
So this is the intelligence discussion starts. So
Yeah.
Tommy, I'm going to share with you my opinion. This is my opinion. I own it.
You're entitled.
It represents me, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to give you my opinion as to why I'm still considering getting vaccinated, but I'm giving you opinion why I'm not, and I'm open to having God for fucking bid, and I know we can have a good dialogue without calling each other names, right?
Never.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Not
So-
going to happen.
I've worked in oh shit, that was my father's name, Felicia. Oh shit. That's a dope fucking name. Shitty father, but dope name. So yeah, it's my father.
We're having the Thanksgiving dinner discussion now.
So watch. So I worked in the pharmaceutical space directly for 15 years. Of those, about 6 or 7 years in clinical research, right? The
Yes.
average time to take a vaccine to market was as late as 14 years. Now, I get it. There's modeling, there's AI, there's outcomes. I know the science probably as much as anybody could, being a lay person. I'm a lay person, right? There's a
I know where you're going.
I probably, right? Number two. I know they're using the mRNA technology, which doesn't necessarily disrupt your DNA, but it overrides it to stimulate the disease. And I know the the J&J one is actually like the dead disease. So I get the modality. I'm with you on that, right? Now,
Yes.
as a 45-year-old, relatively healthy man, I'm a little overweight. I dropped about 20 pounds. I got to drop 20 more.
Little.
When I was faced, I know, right? When I was faced with the option to say, hey, should you get the vaccine? I said to myself, okay, what is the mortality rate amongst a little heavier 45-year-old or health 45-year-old comorbidities? It was like 0.004, right? Whatever it was, right? It was low, which is fine. So I said, so why would you get the vaccine? You're still going to get COVID anyway, or you still can transmit it. What is a mortality data? So now, as I understand, in 45-year-olds, right, with the vaccine, it's like 0.00001, right? So much better, right? So I felt that, and I hope I don't die like next day, and then I end up on this big tour. The guy who didn't get the vax dies the next day, right? But what I'm saying is, I didn't see the benefit because it's not studied enough. It's not out enough. We don't know the outcomes. We don't know if it causes abnormalities in children. Like there's a lot that we don't know, right? Because of time and nothing else. So I felt the benefit of the decimal place benefit of 1 or 2 decimal places wasn't enough with the data that was presented. I will shut up, but I'm willing to listen.
Okay, well, you have different resources as far as ways that this virus can be attacked.
Yeah.
Russia has their own thing. I don't know what the name is. I know the one you're talking about is ours. I mean, anything you could do is going to help. Let me ask you a question. What is your objection to getting the shot? Are you afraid it'll hurt you?
Well, I was worried too. Well, okay, so fuck it. All right, I was gonna announce it anyway. My fiance is pregnant. Okay.
Congratulations.
All
right.
Congratulations. I mean, Tom, you're not the first human to have kids, so you could say it on the air. It's not a big deal.
No, I'm going to announce it on Saturday at the event. So at any rate, at any rate, so now this changed the game a little bit. So as her being a pregnant woman versus being a pregnant man, woman, she is now considered immunocompromised. So this is where it gets tricky.
Okay.
I don't have a challenge. Oh, no, I wasn't living with anybody immunocompromised either. So I have 2 kids from a previous marriage. There's elderly people in that home, but they're vaccinated. And then just myself, my fiance, and then our 1-year-old. So at that point, there was nobody that we lived with had comorbidity. So at that point, I'm like, you know what? Not sure. Now that she's pregnant, she's immunocompromised, right? So therefore, I will probably get it to protect her and the baby. What I am worried about, and I think there's a nurse in here, is
what Tommy. Can I just cut in real quick? Tommy's saying now because it hit your home. Now you're thinking about it. Tommy's going. Well, what about the rest of the people? How come you didn't think about your neighbor?
I'm thinking about me.
Well,
they were pushing that early on.
I want to address that, and I will address it.
I want to meet you. I want to take your hand. I don't want to have to talk to you this way.
No. So I agree with you. It could be selfish to society. So my answer to that is I do wear masks. I do socially distance where I can. And I do believe in personal responsibility. So I'm not this like anti-vaxxer, anti-maxer. I'm saying masker. What I'm saying is I chose to say, hey, you know what? I didn't see the benefit exceeding the possible cost, right?
Yeah.
I socially distance. I wear masks. I try.
All right, I know where you're going. You do everything you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, I'm gonna answer that.
Please.
You're doing the right thing. You're doing what you got to do. You're protecting your unborn child and your wife. You're giving it a lot of consideration.
Yeah.
But I feel it might be a step further. You might need to go.
Well, but because she's pregnant. Now, let's talk this through. And I would have loved if you had a medical professional on. My concern is, though, for her getting it. Now, I'm very fortunate. She is much younger than me. She's 26 years old. So she's younger, but she is pregnant. My concern is if she gets it,
what's going to happen to the baby, or what can?
So I believe it or not, I actually may get it myself, but it's a personal decision. I will never tell her what to do. Of course, I can.
Yeah,
they all met her.
If
they know.
They know. If she gets it, it is bad for the child. My wife is pregnant also. It's bad for the child if she gets it. That is a fact.
Well, believe it or not, our pediatrician is super pushing it for us, which I disagree. Well,
but you do have experts giving you good advice, maybe.
Well, but here's the other part, though. Let me ask you this, and this is gonna sound terrible. If they didn't fucking push it so much, I probably would have got it. Like I go on the radio,
Shine box.
Get it. Yeah, like yeah. I went to what was it? I went to Disneyland, not Disney World, but I go to Disneyland, right? And you go through this little tunnel. It's a small world after all. It's a lollipops. It's a small world after all. And by the time I come out, I'm like, it's a small world after all. And I end up like Jason, right?
It's a small world.
What I'm getting at is the messaging is too hard. And it's like a little too like,
it's being pushed, but not for a bad reason.
Yeah.
No. So here's my quandary is again, it's first of all, I will die for this statement. I believe it's a personal decision. I'm sorry. I believe it's a personal decision, right? Now, everything should be a personal decision. But I actually am open to getting it. Like if you say to me, Tom, and you give your argument, which I want to hear a little bit more, is I'm open to getting it because I now have somebody who's immunocompromised. I am a little concerned. I actually thought they were not going to recommend it to women bearing children or women of bearing age. They are recommending it in terms of the guidelines, which makes me nervous. What do you think?
No, I think you shouldn't worry about that. I think you should study it, understand what the doctors are saying, ask questions. If you're not comfortable with it, you got to find another means. Maybe incarcerate yourself for a while. I don't think that's going to make a difference because this disease is only getting worse.
Yeah.
You're not going to get better. And until everybody in the world is on the same page, we're in a bit of a problem, I would say.
It's kind of funny that Tom's wife, he made the announcement that she's pregnant. You know what I mean? And
I love it
because honestly, she looks good. Tom looks like he's 9 months pregnant. So
it's all right, man.
Did they do the sonogram on you at first initially? The doctor's office?
Sorry, wrong stomach. Whoa.
Exactly. Wait, this stomach's too hairy.
Well, let me ask you this though. So, my pediatrician because we had to bring our daughter in, and she's one. And he was like, "Oh my God, you're pregnant. You should get it. By you getting it, the child is also protected." I don't know.
I'm sorry. Can I just stop for a second? Somebody in the audience, they said pregnant women should not get it, so they seem to be leaning that way. There she is. There she is, Kim for him. That's my ex-wife's name. Now I know why. No, I'm just kidding. Pregnant women should not get it. Well, you know something? I think the alternative is worse than the possibility of a problem.
Exactly. Yep.
You know, you can't. You get one chance to die, and
Yeah.
that's it.
My best friend, 44 years old, gone.
Let's go by statistics here.
Yeah.
How many pregnant women are having issues because of this? No, true data, not.
Well, remember,
not
we're going to hear it soon. Either way, because
Yeah.
it's about 9 months old, and if women got it 9 months ago, now they bear their children. I think we'll find out. You know.
Yeah, we're going to find out. And what I would do in this case is hold back on getting her pregnant. No, you already did that.
That's ship sailed.
Don't you know about rubber bands, sir? All right, but no. Yep.
No. Jason told me to say I'm allergic. Oh,
There you go. To rubber. All right, you're throwing my thought off.
sorry.
He's
I'm
trying to.
not in good shape today. Trust me. Go easy on me. But no, I would wait and see.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You got maybe 1 million or so guinea pigs out there. So if one or two of them has a problem, I think the odds are in your favor.
Is there? I'm just giving you my understanding. The J&J one has a lot more side effects, whereas the other two aren't so bad.
Yeah, I'm a Pfizer guy.
Okay, Pfizer. Okay,
No problems.
interesting.
And I am my body is so messed up.
Well, you kind of had to get it, right?
Oh,
You like I'm saying is if your body's messed up, you should you kind of had to get the vaccine, correct, to protect yourself.
no, I could have just stayed in the house and just done nothing, which
No,
I pretty much do anyway.
You have a much higher chance of pneumonia though because of being bitten.
Oh yeah, and I didn't even get a pneumonia shot yet. I'm waiting.
Really?
But COVID attacks the lungs, so I guess
Yeah,
they would want you to have it.
my lungs have already been attacked, under attack, and
I had
yeah.
it twice. I had COVID.
Put it this way: if I get COVID, you're not going to see me the next day,
Yeah.
ever again. All right, but that's the situation. I mean, you just got to use common sense.
Yeah.
Use statistics. You got guinea pigs out there. You got. I bet you got about 3 million guinea pigs out there. If only one pregnant guinea pig has a problem, it's likely not even due to the virus or the vaccine. You see, but your odds are all right. If you knew you could possibly get a disease, that the odds would be 75% you won't, 25% you will. If you don't get a vaccination, you would definitely go for the 75%.
Well, you know what I heard, Tommy? I was in Florida, and you would think COVID never existed in Florida. I heard that if you're vaccinated, you are only contagious 3 days. So if you get it again, you can give it to someone within that 3-day period. If you're not vaccinated for 10 days, you are contagious. Have you heard that?
I haven't.
That's because they had a scientist on, and they said the pro of the vaccination is that you're only contagious 3 days if you contract it again, where you're contagious for 10 if you have.
Okay.
I heard it. I don't know if it's true. They said she was a scientist. I guess she was. It was on the radio. But
there were going to be some flakes out there,
Yeah, that's true too. I know.
You got to go with it's odds. You guys gamble, I know, right? Some of you? A little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're hedging your bets. Use the odds, use the statistics, and,
He's
Act
a
okay.
hedger.
Gentlemen, place your bets.
The bottom line is, you know what? It's a personal choice, and it's hard to get.
Nobody likes being told what to do, Joe.
Right.
I mean,
and especially now in
Fucking
this
dishes.
country, even before COVID, it's not the same country that it was. So
It's changed, and you got violence breaking out.
Absolutely.
People are taking advantage of the mask fact. Oh my God, you got a license to steal right there.
You know what, Tommy? You know what it was? And I don't like to compare this, but with 9/11, it was a kumbaya thing. Everyone could stand together. COVID was very isolating. If your next door neighbor had it, you almost thought he was pointing a gun at you, like get away.
Yeah, I felt that.
It was very isolating. You had to stay in the house. For mentally ill people, it was very hard when they needed to get out and talk to people that they're sitting in the house alone, where they can't do their normal routine. People that are mentally ill, it's you need to have a normal routine. That's one of the key things. And I think that was pushed with government. I think that they felt
mentally, the people that came out on top were the ones that have ever been incarcerated for any period of time.
Right.
They were conditioned mentally. These people out there, they're just going out there now. There's a lot of them are afraid. A lot of them are blaming the Asian community, and that's bullshit. Come on. Yeah, it might be a conspiracy type thing, and it might be a political thing. It might be something where this was developed for the purpose of upsetting the economy. It may be.
They did a good job if it was.
They did a great job. They couldn't have done any better dropping a nuclear bomb on us. It would have done less damage, less lives lost.
Yeah.
I mean, really. But I hope it's not that. That's so freaking insidious. I would really. I mean, I've lost a lot of faith in humanity already. I would lose a lot of faith there.
Well, I'll tell you,
just for those people.
The thing that I had a problem with is the last administration was taking all the heat for it. But meanwhile, in China, the leader of China was down on record that he told his scientists not to tell us. And I never heard a bad word about him. All it was
I think Xi Jinping is a great friggin' leader. I'm sorry. I wish he was us. I wish he was on our side. You know?
What?
My wife is very familiar with the politics there.
Well,
she's Asian.
Do you think it was right that he didn't allow us to know?
I think he did what he felt like he had to do for his country. It's his country first, then the rest of the world.
But this is our country, so we shouldn't have a problem with it?
We should have a problem with it. Absolutely. If that's true, yes.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. We hear so much, and that's the
and we
thing.
should.
You just said it. We don't know what is true. That what you said.
But we shouldn't have a war break out over it.
I agree.
We should say, sir, shame on you.
Excuse me for a second, Tom.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
No,
Jason?
please don't end this. I'm having fun.
Yeah, I know, but I know don't end this, but we gotta end this because we've been on for a while. So
yeah, it's not my fault.
we'll come on your show, Tommy.
Tommy, me and you, it's well, actually for all of it, it's 10:30. Oh my God, I got to put my kids to bed.
Oh, good. I understand. But
come on your show. You started your channel. We'll come on yours.
I don't know how to start a channel. I don't know how to start it up yet. I don't have anything. I've not. I put a few little short things. I kind of put them together in the wrong order, and they're really sloppy. And it was really a practice thing.
You'll get there. I
know
just as much as you.
I just want to know how to put a. I guess I just got to make a regular video and then sort of post it.
Yep.
I'm figuring.
Where are other guys? They left us. Jeez.
They left, and gentlemen.
No, they went to go. He went to go get some ice cream.
You sure? You guys, are you communicating with him on this week? But thank you, man, for coming on. You're a great guy. We appreciate it. Yep.
Yeah, anytime, man.
We'll see you again. We'll talk to you again
100%. And
Saturday. Don't forget Saturday when we do a live on Saturday, okay?
All right, we'll be here. Listen,
all right.
Any of these guys out here that are sending negativity toward what you're doing and making innuendos and about dishonesty and all that other stuff, I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to even say who they are, but shame on them.
Yeah.
Shame on them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate
Tom,
that.
Tom is a financial person. I did check him out a bit, and what he said is true. He's never had any complaints, and believe me, he's in a position where he can take more than a few dollars that are meant for St. Jude and other causes. So I have no doubt to his credibility. And,
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that.
Well, it's true. I mean, I call it what it is. And
Thank you,
Vincent,
Tom.
same with you, man. I could look right through you. I know what you're about.
Thank you,
I know
sir.
people.
I appreciate that.
I know
appreciate
people.
So hold on. So
I
my
try not to, but I know.
so none of my dating profiles came up.
You're fucked, buddy. You got a girlfriend.
All right, Tommy, we're just wrapping it up. Tom,
Yeah, Smoker
Rebecca,
Tommy, thank you so much. We're gonna do a little roundup, but listen, Smoker Tommy, thank you so much.
I would like.
It was
I
lovely to
normally
come
people
on.
call me Tom, but I'm gonna let you. You call me Tommy because it's gonna confuse the hell out of us between me and Tom.
For now, we'll call you Smoker Tommy. Tell me the best, and we really appreciate you coming on, sir. Thank you.
All right. Just don't call me late for dinner, huh?
Yeah.
Jones, there you go.
I know it's a joke.
or
of
late
course.
for the races. All right, either way.
Look, I might be a little boring, but you know.
No, we got you. Man.
Take care,
All right,
Tom.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
I
Thanks,
got you,
Tommy.
guys.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Tommy.
All right, good dude. All right, so we're gonna wrap up this part of the segment. I know Jason's itching to get off, and then we'll and then if you want to stay on, Vin, or jump back on because you're actually already on, we could knock off the new theory part. So, Jason, I guess if you want to start the roundup, or how do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, no, let's wrap it up. I think we've got a lot of discussions here tonight. I think it went well. I think the topics that we spoke about, and the comments that were left here. Listen, at the end of the day, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
This is all peace and harmony. Like Joey says, we may get heated on this panel here, but let me tell you something. The truth of the matter is we all love each other. All you guys out here in the private chat, the subscribers that are watching, no matter what your opinion is on any of the topics we talk about, I would have a drink with any of you guys, gals out there, any day of the week. So I love all the opinions, the different opinions, and we respect and love you all. And those are my closing words. Tom, you want to wrap that up?
I'll give mine. Might stand a little bit with the fellas, but I guess mine are I shared some personal stuff, so I'm really happy about the arrival of we don't know the gender yet, so stay tuned. Basically, she wants to do a gender reveal, so the 4 horsemen will be there.
Oh wow.
Vinny's hoping for a girl because he wants you to pay for another wedding. Joe wants a boy because he's going to give him baseball cards. Uncle Joe. And then
Wow.
Jason's going to come over and drink all the Coors Light.
Girls
So,
don't collect cards?
That is true. You're right. You're 100% correct.
That's true.
So with that said, I'm just happy that we got to connect to a show together. If you notice, it's not on the armchair for reasons that we want to really. Jason's taking the lead on New Theory. Vinny's doing a fucking bang up job on his channel. So we want to put the spotlight on these 2 channels. Baith is starting his show soon, so we're excited about that. And I'm most excited about Saturday, man. And you know what I like too? Like with Tommy coming on, seems like a really good dude. Like we may disagree on some things, but you could have, I don't know where when I left, what happened. I think it's hopefully it didn't go to shit, which I don't think it did, but you could have a conversation and you can maybe disagree, but you still walk away friends. I think that's really important too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have a little different show. We're not going to always talk about politics, but I always hear like, well, we can't talk about politics and religion. Well, why not?
We never do.
I
We
want
never
us
do.
exactly. I want us to be the show that talks about anything that's pertinent to guys like us and gals like us. We have some female representation as well.
Hey,
And I'm just really happy to be part of this team, and I'm really excited about Saturday.
Yeah, and it's funny because we've become so close, and we always want what's best for each other. You know what I mean? Like you guys are my brothers. You're always very supportive, and that's why I'm seriously considering. I got a couple of offers to do my own show for some other content creators, and they, I think it's a good opportunity. I can make a lot of, that they're willing to get me sponsorship and stuff like that. And you guys would understand. I mean,
Yeah.
so if I leave the Horsemen, you could get, I mean, I'll still always be a part of the family. You know what I mean? The extended family.
Yeah.
But so that was it, really.
Vinny,
You got a sub from Chris Toro, which is
What was that?
Yeah. Chris Toro might be one of the guys that's making me an offer I can't refuse. Would you like to elaborate, Chris?
A Chris Toro sub is like 6 subs, by the way.
Vinny, thoughts. Go, Vinny. Vinny, thoughts.
I didn't know that Joe was considering leaving the Horsemen.
Yeah, I didn't know either. Yeah, Joe's like, just in case something comes up maybe in the future. I don't know.
I think he felt that Tom had a big announcement, so he had
He had a one-up.
Come on.
No, it'd be some shit. We get him to 1,000 subs and he bounces.
You know what?
Yeah.
Here's the best part. Not only will I make more money, they'll allow me to eat on their show. Hey, come on. Could you believe they're eating?
Every time he's on the show, he's eating. He eats something in his mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Hard candy, gum, chips.
Well, my last comment for Joe will make him feel good. Is Joe, there was a year that I worked for a landscaper.
Yeah. What is that landscaper thing?
I have no idea. But I had that blower.
That's, the thing is this, is that supposed to be a dig at someone? Because you think a landscaper you're disrespecting landscapers? Is that really what it is?
It's a terrific
I mean,
business.
come on, that's crazy.
It's a great business.
What, the leaf blower comment?
Yeah.
The leaf blower video, shit like that.
No, what happened was
all right, gentlemen, love you guys. I gotta go. I tried to do my fair. Every time we talk a new sentence, it's another topic.
You did.
Viewers, subscribers, love all you guys. Love the comments. Keep it up, guys.
Subscribe to New Theory. I'm gonna drop a link.
New Theory podcast, guys. Check me out. And I will have the 4 Horsemen come on every now and then to help me guest host. Everybody, good night. Thank you so much, guys.
Have a good one. Yep.
I guess we're still on.
Oh, we're still on. So
yeah,
stay on your channel. We don't have to really. Actually, it's kind of funny because for you because there's really nothing you need to do. So we'll continue.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Hold on,
I look over here from now and then because I see the comments here. I can't see them here. So so that was spirited. We don't get into politics generally. That just kind of it was organic. And,
it doesn't come over when you click. I put subscribe to New Theory. I dropped the link.
Thank you, Shinebox.
So we are still live, I guess.
Yeah, no, we're still live. So Vinny, you're taking over, my friend. What's
great?
What were we going to talk about tonight?
We should review our last show on New Theory, but
we
could talk about anything you'd like. So why don't we start with this, a quick round robin, because we've been on for an hour and 43. Tom, A, were you looking to have another baby, being that you got so personal?
Yeah.
And B, does it freak you out a bit with what's going on now with COVID to be pregnant?
All right. So first answer is we again get personal. We have a little bit of an age gap, as you guys know.
I know.
So with that being said, it's either kind of shit or get off the pot type thing. I have 2 beautiful children from a previous marriage, and then Jocelyn and I share a beautiful baby daughter, Adeline. I call her the Goon. You guys met her. She likes Joe. So it was one of those things that was kind of like in God's hands. I was like, you know what? If it happens, it happens. Great. If it doesn't, I understand, leave it in God's hands. Obviously, that had been some physicality towards it, but so it was really shit or get off the pot thing. If it didn't happen in 2-3 years from now, I probably would have pulled back and say, hey, we kind of missed the window.
Okay.
Number 2, we did have you're right, Kim, 5 kids, God bless, 6 grandkids. Number 2 is with the baby. We had the baby like in the throes of throes of COVID in July of 2020.
Right.
where we had the baby. I did have my previous children, and I loved it there. It was like some at hospital, some at Overlook Hospital. You get your coffee, and they give you like the meals, and it was like almost like she had her own room. You know, like it's like a little resort. You know, so I kind of liked it. Right with COVID, we were not allowed to leave the room, and they were like limited a lot of the services. So when you have baby now, it's important to have like a lactation consultant. Each of the nurses are like, well, I'm a lactation consultant. I'm a lactation consultant. And we're like, well, okay, fine. But where's the real one? They either limited staff because of COVID or shift resources around. So we didn't really get the great care that we wanted. People brought gifts. They weren't allowed to come up. I wasn't even allowed to go get them. I wasn't physically allowed to leave the room for 48 hours. So I didn't love the fact that, like, you know, my other two children, 50 people showed up, you know, a big Italian family. So I hope by the time, God bless, when the baby's born, that the restrictions for COVID are less, and that even you guys can come with balloons and visit friends and family. I'm hoping.
Of course.
You know,
Joe,
Yeah.
did the last show have anything to do with you possibly wanting to leave the Horsemen? I had to ask.
No.
I know the answer.
I'm just taking in some data. That's all.
I
I don't want you to think what I'm doing when I'm looking down is I'm writing and taking notes. I'm not eating like people think.
My God, is Tom rubbing off on you, man?
No,
I was
always a note taker.
Data, the word data.
Well, Joe, either way, I'm excited that the start of your new channel. You got to film the initial content.
Yeah, I know that. The thing is, this. I don't know what.
What about on Saturday? Why don't we do some shorts? Put them on the shorts, and even a short video, and upload right there, and just say, "Hey guys, my first video." But you know what I mean?
Could do that.
Yeah, the only thing is, it's the holidays are coming.
Yeah,
and I don't know how much time I will be able to, give to a channel. After Christmas, January, you know what I mean? A lot less going on. Yep. Christmas, I'll be going to a lot of parties at night. So it's like,
Well, that's the best thing about the channel. Your channel, whether you post, every day or whether you post once a month, that's up to you about how quickly or how slowly. That's why I do podcasting. Podcasting is not radio. It's not scheduled time. It's not whatever. It's you upload it, go download it, go live. So the cool thing is you can go as slow or as fast as you want with your own channel. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yep.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And then I don't have to worry about other people.
Me?
No.
Oh, me both.
The Mohawk.
The Mohawk.
Well, that's the other cool thing too, Joe, because if you have your own channel, when you have your own channel is you could either do have people on co-hosts, or you could have interviews.
Mm-hmm.
You could also do monologues too. Like, let's say you're talking about baseball cards, or you're talking about a personal experience or a story or whatever you want to share. You don't necessarily always have to have somebody on, and you would be good at doing monologues, I think, too.
Yeah, I think so.
Joe, make your first video blowing leaves. You know what?
Oh my God.
These guys, it really is good that you're doing this, because it lets me know that you're actually watching Tony Pizza. And that's fine. He's a good guy. He's going to get his story out. So, yeah. But because I didn't see the video really. Someone sent it to me. But, it's cool. We have no problems with anyone.
Tom, è fantastico.
What's that?
È fantastico.
Fantastico. There you go. What about? Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, because I really have.
Thank you, Kim.
So Joe, are you think you're going to cover mob stuff in your drama? I mean, mob drama, or mob stuff in your channel, or are you going to stay away from it? You think?
No, my channel is going to be how my brain works. Very slow. Very, very slow.
How does your brain work?
Very, very slow. No, there's a lot of things I like, other than like the mob stuff. I know about that. been around it, but you know, there's other things that I want to get into, almost to a point where I want to do things that would educate myself as well. You know, if I did a business show, I'm not going to get on and talk about how much I know about business. You know, it might be a situation where I have a guest on that is a businessman and I could learn something from that person. So it's not just going to be me dictating to people, you know, like you do this or do that. It's going to be a learning experience for me as well. So I like sports, you know, I'm into the shoes, into the clothing, fashion. That's another thing. Fashion. So a lot of things.
Hold on. Smoke it, Tommy said, help, please let me in. Let's let me in for a sec.
What did it say? Help?
Are they okay, Tony? Tommy?
Hey guys, how you doing? One of the mods accidentally put me on a timeout.
Okay. Are they okay?
Yeah, I hope so. I might have said the wrong word.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Mr. Moderator.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I guess I don't. Who put him in? Because I didn't get a chance to put you in.
I don't think it matters who put you in. It just
Oh, it doesn't matter.
hey, somebody probably hit a button accidentally. I don't think it was in purpose.
Well, that's okay though. I thought something was wrong. I didn't see it. So yeah, no, you shouldn't be blocked. I don't know who his moderators are, but no, don't block Smoke and Tom.
All right, cool.
Say what you like.
All right, Tony. I
Oh no, don't go, Tom. I got to talk to you for 1 minute.
Oh, I could stay on for a second, but I got to run for a second. What's up?
I know it's very good stuff though. And I'm going to ask you: would you be willing to document your wife? You have to ask your wife, of course, and in some way, you know, protect her identity, but document her in a way that we can follow the growth of the child and document and talk about and learn what we could do to make this child's future as good as we can possibly can. I'm not talking financially.
Yeah,
but I think you would make a great parent.
I would have to run it by.
You think he wants to subject his wife and his children to what's going on in this internet shit? You don't see what happens?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I do see what happens.
It's ridiculous.
And you know something else?
Ridiculous.
You want to move it over to my site? It's not going there. No way.
I gotta be honest. I'm more than likely no, for the simple fact that
all right, we can find somebody. It's all right. I wanted to just give you an opportunity.
Yeah, I appreciate that. She's more of a private person.
No pressure.
And yeah. So
no, it's okay.
Yeah, it's not.
Thank you.
This isn't that type of platform.
I know this station is not for that.
Yeah.
No, I mean the whole internet is not a platform for that. The whole YouTube.
I'm on. Guys, I gotta jump. I'm on daddy duty, so you guys gotta continue. Give me a moment.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Are you coming back or you?
In about 10 minutes, I gotta do splishy splash.
Okay.
Right, we'll talk about something else.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
It's a good place. I'm looking for where I am. I can't find myself here, which is pretty sucked. That's okay because it started here. So, Joe. Oh, I guess he didn't come. I can't get him out here.
Truth be told, I'm going to say, just not to cut you off, but here's the problem that I'm having with a group like me, you, Tom, Jason. The problem that I find when you're dealing with groups is everybody has a different agenda. You know what I mean? And to me, that's what's really getting annoying is like, you know, you want to do you and your thing, but maybe that's not my thing. Or Tom wants to do his thing, and maybe that's not my thing. Or, you know, and I just feel like, you know, sometimes when you do your own thing, you could do whatever you want, when you want. And, you know, because there's certain situations, there's certain things that have happened in our short tenure that I particularly don't agree with. And I'm sure there's things that I've done that you don't agree with. And that's where the tension starts. And I really don't want to get it to that point because it's like we're becoming friends and we're great guys. But I wouldn't want this to come between us.
I agree.
Because one thing I am is I'm fair, but I'm very firm. Very firm. And I have no problem saying anything.
Yeah.
And if I feel like someone is not moving the right way, or the way that we had spoken about, or, you know, if we're going to have an embargo, let's have one, but it can't be, you know, halfway, you know. And that's a bad example, but what I'm just saying is everybody's in a different direction. Everybody has a different goal.
Mhm.
You know, my goal to do a show is really not financially driven.
Right.
Yours might be, I'm not saying it is, or Tom's or Jason. So when you have different, you know, that's why it's like, oh, Joe's got to start a channel. Start a channel for what? Right? Like, give me like reasons why. Because people want to hear me talk. You hear me talk 2-3 hours a day with you.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean? It's like, what? You want me to start my own channel? What? So you could personally attack me? I mean, I don't know. Or get me to say some stupid shit. You know what I mean? Or get myself in hot water. So that makes me a little bit skeptical. But the love that I'm getting from the people also, you know, makes me want to do something.
Right.
You know, but as far as like teaming up with people, and I know I talk to people and I say, oh, you know, they want to team up with me and do this. No. The reason why it's hard is because Joey is the boss of myself and my family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coming into this, when you get with other people,
You're not the boss.
not the boss. And not only that, you know, not that I'm taking orders, but if there's something you don't agree with, then what do we do? You know, and I think this might not be the best place for group things, because it's like so many different directions and, you know, different mindset and different, you know, like, I'm not doing this for money. So I've made no money. I haven't made one penny doing a show, but that doesn't deter me from doing more shows.
Right, because it's not about money.
Now, other people might have lost their job, or they need money, or they need cash apps and they need that. I don't need that, thank God. You know, I thank God I'm in a position where I don't need it. But you know, so you kind of got to have the same goals. You got to have the same vision. And I'm not sure if we have that right now. You know what I mean? Like, we got to really get on track with that and say, all right, here's the goal. I mean, I know we want to build a community, but it's a lot of work. You know, and I like to, and the thing is, I'm a good soldier. Definitely, I'm a good soldier, but I also am a good general too. Right. So, you know, I guess that's why you have your own channel. But no, I'm not leaving the Four Horsemen. And people think I'm just voicing my concerns because I want to let people know that what I'm going to say on YouTube and to the people listening is exactly what's going on in my mind, that I'm not going to hold things back. And that could get me in trouble. But this is something I've been thinking about for a little bit of time. And I don't know. Full disclosure, I'm laying out my thoughts to everyone.
Maybe a great show would be for the Four Horsemen to discuss what they don't agree with directions.
Right. So, no, I'm not testing the free agent market. There's none of that. You know what I mean? But it's just something I think about because, you know, another thing is like, you really don't know other people's intentions. That's another thing. I'm a very guarded person. And I know you know, how Tom is, you know, but there's people that are befriending me, right. You know, and like I'm becoming friends with. And sometimes I wonder, like, why is it? Because they think I'm a good guy, or you know what I mean? So I got to watch out for that too. Because I notice with this YouTube thing, guys are friends. They start out friends, and then a week later, they're at each other's throat. So
those are more the content providers, I think, though.
Right. Yep. So that's, you know, a thought I have. And that's why I'm a little skeptical at times. Yeah. You know, because I feel like we're going in different directions. You know, right? Friends are friends, but business is business. Exactly. But sometimes the business comes between friends, and I don't want that to happen.
No, of course not. Well, I would be willing on air, being that you have so many people that love you, and I have people that like me and Tom. If you wanted to say some of the things, and I would too, and Tom would too, I'm sure, of what bothers you about being a quartet opposed to being on your own.
Right. Right. We just all have to align and, you know, move the same direction. We can't, because once we start compromising a little bit, then it's like, you know, well, what do we have then? And that's when the door opens for a lot of BS to come in between people.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's horrible because the last couple of weeks have been difficult in the sense of, you know, you have people who you talk to or whatever, and you're becoming acquainted with. And it's like, you know, this person's backstabbing this person's backstabbing that one. I mean, I was under the impression that there was a gag order with Tony Pizza, meaning like he's going to do his show and he's going to talk about his story and get that off the ground. And we were going to do our story and get ours off the ground. But, you know, I see like, oh, Joe's the leaf blower or whatever. I mean, what is that?
Yeah. Well, we could talk about that. Why don't we do this? Why don't we, Vinny, because right now I just did like I'm drenched in water.
Yeah.
So why don't we talk end this broadcast and then you StreamYard back on yours in a few minutes so you can control the flow, the dynamic, and
No
everything
problem.
else.
So I will. How about Joe? Are you available, or do you have to get and do something now?
No, I'm available for a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
about 11:15 gives us like
Yeah.
27
Oh,
minutes.
don't get off, guys. We're gonna end the broadcast, but we got to talk privately, really quick.
Okay.
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 All right, guys.
Do not get off.
Okay. I won't.
Vinny. Bye, guys. Okay.